Hey there, I'm Yolanda K. Churchwell, fractional COO, and welcome. I am so excited today to be here with you as we wrap up our Black History Month 2025 business series. Over the past month, we've explored the inspiring stories of some incredible Black women CEOs who've scaled their businesses to new heights. And while we're celebrating those women today, I'm going to share how you can implement those same strategies in your business so that you can take your business to the next level. Today, we're going to dive right into the four essential pillars of business growth: project management, operations management, data management, and people management. These pillars are key to scaling your service based business effectively. These pillars are key to scaling your service-based business effectively. And I'm going to break down how successful Black women CEOs have used these strategies to fuel their success and how you can apply these same principles to your own business. So without delay, let's jump right in. Okay. All right. So let's start with project management. Um, Basically, how Oprah Winfrey transformed her vision into reality. Oprah Winfrey is the master of turning big ideas into reality and doing it well. She's done that through strategic planning and flawless execution. In other words, she makes the plan and then she follows the plan. Okay? Oprah has broken down massive goals into smaller, actionable steps, which have helped her to build her business empire. If you've ever seen me talk about Oprah, you know how I've talked about how OWN was not a success at first. And she had to reach deep down and figure out how to make it work. Going from doing that day to day show every day to owning a network were two different things. And what a lot of you have to realize is that as you add income streams, you're going to need to get new skills or new processes in order to have the same level, if not a higher level of success that you had in something that you've already been doing. Okay. So how do you do that? Again, because that's why we're here today. How do you do it? You need to, first of all, create a clear roadmap with specific goals and timelines. Okay. If you want to hear these, I want you to drop the word actionable in the chat. Drop the word actionable in the chat, and I'll share these three principles with you. Okay. All right. So you want to create a clear roadmap with specific goals and timelines. The difference between a dream and a goal is just that. You have a plan. You've written it down. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain. You have to write it down because, honest to honest, every CEO, from the small business CEO doing it on their own to the CEO of a top 500 Fortune 500 company to Oprah Winfrey, have had days where they've wanted to give up. But if you write it down and you have it on paper, you can see where you're going so that you stay encouraged, and you can see where you've come from so that you can keep on pushing. Okay. So the first thing that I want you all to do is make sure that you've created a clear roadmap with specific goals and timelines. And then when you reach some of those goals, don't wait until the end. Celebrate those milestones along the way. When I was in college, my father said, don't look at it as 4 years, look at it as quarter by quarter. And I celebrated when those report cards came, I celebrated that's one more quarter down, one more quarter down. Do the same with your business. That's one more quarter down, one more quarter down. Okay. The second thing you need to do is delegate. Y'all know my biz besties, delegate and automate. Delegate your task effectively to the right team members. Okay. So what that means is you need to make sure that you're fully aware of who on your team has which skill sets. You need to be in contact, in touch, know who the people that you are, and assign the right task to the right people. Now, for those of you saying, I don't have a team, you've made some money. You may have made hundreds of thousands of dollars in your business, but you've been doing it on your own. The first thing that I want to say is get ready because it's time to start to build a team. But in the meantime, while you continue to do this thing on your own, the team of me, myself, and I, make sure that you're tracking what it is you do, how you do it, because this is what you're going to need later on as we move into operations management. But it's also going to allow you to be able to use your time more effectively, because you'll be able to batch the things that you do so that it makes sense in how you move. So you're making better use of the team of you, yourself, and you. Does that make sense? All right. And then third, I want you to track your progress regularly. Okay, so that again comes with having that plan written down. You need to be able, if you like me, I love a to-do list. It's something about being able to cross stuff off or put a check mark next to it. That just make my day. It just makes me giddy and makes my day. But this will allow you to see that you're making progress because you have to take consistent action in order to get any result. And be willing to pivot or adjust your plans as needed so that you can stay on course. And I want to say something else here. Be gracious with yourself. As much as I talk about processes and systems, a lot of what I've learned is to just be gracious with myself. Give myself grace. Some days you just gonna stay still, but that's because God is putting some things in place around you so that you can move forward. And believe it or not, there may be a day or two where you have to step back one or two steps. But know that those one or two steps that you're stepping back are so you can get the momentum because of where it is that God is planning to take you next. Okay. So by applying these project management principles, creating a clear roadmap with specific goals and timelines, delegating your tasks effectively, and tracking your progress regularly, you're going to be able to take your ideas and bring them to life with a level of confidence and clarity that you've not done before. So I want to say kudos and congratulations to Oprah Winfrey for demonstrating how good project management is key to sustaining and build scaling in business. All right. So if you missed this article or you want to learn more about how to transform your projects into successful business milestones, then head over to LinkedIn and check out the full article on how Oprah Winfrey transformed her business, her vision into reality. All right. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling all right? Okay, we're going to jump right into operations management, which is a key factor in Rihanna's success with Fenty Beauty. All right. Rihanna or Robin understood that having efficient operations has allowed her to scale her business globally without compromising on quality. She streamlined, drop streamline in the chat. She streamlined her operations to ensure smooth growth across multiple markets. What does that mean? That means that she had a consistent level of growth. She did not dip. She either stayed the same or went up. And she did that in more than one arena. Okay. How many of us as business people, as CEOs, as entrepreneurs want to be able to smoothly grow across multiple industries or markets? Okay. So let's talk about and the big thing, let's just go. You say, oh, but that's Glorilla, because what she's done right now is she's brought Glorilla on into her business empire so she could take it to the next level. When you have the right operations, when you streamline your day to day, because operations, that means your day to day, how you move about day to day. When you streamline that, then you're open to partnerships and joint ventures that can help you to continue to grow. So because she has her operations in place, because she minded the business that pays her, she's able to now bring Glow on as her spokesperson, as her person for this new line, this new level, to be able to continue to grow her business empire. And Glow is going to also continue to grow her empire. So you have two hot people, two hot women, two hot CEOs who are running their businesses, who are able to come together and continue to grow together. And that's what we all need to be trying to do in 2025, is find those collaborations, those partnerships where we can grow. But the first step in that is making sure that you have your operations streamlined so that you're not running around all day, every day, like a chicken with your head cut off, putting out fires, but yet you are very clear on what needs to happen in your business and how that happens on a day-to-day basis so that you're open when new opportunities avail themselves to you. In other words, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Okay. So if you're ready for me to drop the 3 actionable strategies that you can take today, please drop optimize in the comments. Drop the word optimize in the comments. Okay. So what's the first thing that you need to do? All right, I'm seeing some optimizers. Okay, the first thing you need to do is automate your processes. Okay. Again, this has nothing to do with spending a lot of money on systems. You want to automate your processes, but first you need to get clear on what those processes are. So let me back up a step. You're probably going to get 4. First, you need to identify and document your processes. How do you do what it is that you do? Once you know how you do what you do, and you can see that there's some repetition in some places, those are the things that you want to automate, the things that you do over and over, because that will allow you to save time and reduce the amount of manual tasks that you do every day. Does that make sense? Okay. Then you want to make sure that you have a strong project management tool. There's so many different ones out there. And as you know, I say there is no such thing as a perfect system. There is a such thing as a perfect system for you. So I will always share what my favorites are, but there's lots of different systems out there. If you're unsure of what systems that you need to be using, you can always schedule a call so that we can get you scheduled for a system assessment and help you to figure out which systems will support your business best. All right. Me personally, our team, we use Asana. I love Asana. A lot of people use ClickUp and also those Trello. Those are probably the top 3. But again, there's some other ones out there that may work better for you based on your niche and your technological savvy and the goals that you have in place for your business over the next 12 to 18 months. All right. So you want to make sure that you're using the project management tool. I will be so honest and say I've had Asana forever, but I wasn't optimizing its use. I wasn't using it as well as I could have been. But over the last 6 months, now that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, I've been able to use it better and I can see the results. I can see how my business is growing as a result of me using the system to its full potential. All right. So then the third thing that you can do is review your workflows regularly. So you know how you do what it is that you do, you've documented it, you're tracking it. So take some time and review that regularly, because what will happen is you'll be able to eliminate bottlenecks and also see ways that you can improve. Okay. So the 3 or 4 actionable strategies for operations management are to document your processes. Let's create those SOPs. All right. Automate those processes. Use a strong project management tool to its full potential and review your workflows regularly. And again, if that's something that you need help with, please don't hesitate. Schedule a call. Let's get you in a position so that you can thrive in 2025. Okay. And by setting up these operational systems, you're going to be able to meet growing demand while maintaining quality service for your clients. I'm going to say that again. You're going to be able to meet your growing demand while maintaining quality service. Everybody's going to get the same level of quality. All right. So I want to take a moment right here and I want to give a special spotlight to Rihanna. So drop the word spotlight, 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 spotlight. Okay. Not only for her collaboration with Glorilla and her business operations that she has been able to streamline so that she can do, for the example, she has lived for us. Wait, let me say that again. Not only for her partnership with Glorilla, not only for what she's done with Fenty Beauty, but for the example that she has been able to live for us over the last month or so, in addition to successfully overseeing several income streams. Because you are aware that every brand, every partnership, every business activity is a separate income stream. And you need to make sure that you have your operations in place, your operations streamlined, your processes and your systems so that you can take on multiple income streams. All right. But I want to put a special spotlight on her because today I want to give her flowers because she is a shining example of how systemization, having the right processes and systems in place, allows us as CEOs to reclaim our time. Okay. We have watched her be able to live her life in a way that she was able to support her partner, the father of her children, during a time where a whole lot was going on. Okay. So I want you to ask yourself a question. If something were to happen in your personal life that demanded your attention, could your business survive if you needed to take some time away? If something happened in your personal life that demanded your attention, whether it's a trial, a sickness, um, a new baby, anything, anything that's a big thing in your personal life, and you needed to kind of take a little time out in your business, would your business be able to survive? That's not just for people who have a team. This is for solopreneurs as well. Would your business be able to survive if you needed to take some time away? Worse yet, what would you regret and later resent that same business being tied to its day-to-day operations because your loved ones needed you and you couldn't be there? It's very important. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You cannot afford to not have processes and systems. Again, I'm not telling you something. Yes, we're saying congratulations and kudos to Rihanna for showing us that when you have your business in business and you doing what you're supposed to do and you have everything in place and all the things are working right, you can take the time to go and do what you need to do to support the loved ones in your life. I'm not telling you what I heard about, I'm telling you what I know. In 2023, I walked away from my business for 6 weeks. First of all, I didn't know how long I was going to be gone, but I was gone for 6 weeks and my business continued. My team knew what they were supposed to do and they did it. They continued to meet the client's needs. My clients understood and were able to work with my team. They were able to continue to turn things in. And it was okay that they weren't able to meet with me. There were no delayed deliveries. Everything went out on time. So again, it's better when you do have a team, but you need to make sure that your operations are the foundation is such a way that you can do what you need to do for yourself, first and foremost, and secondly, for your business. So I just want to say kudos to Rihanna and congratulations for demonstrating how good operations management it's key to sustaining and scaling in business. Drop I'm scaling in the chat if you understand and you agree that it's time to get your stuff in order. Okay. And let me just say this: you can have a business and made three, four, five, $600,000. I have a client. She was well on her way to making seven figures, but she kept feeling like she was at a roadblock because she had not taken the time to document her processes, create the strategy, and put the systems in place so that she could continue to build upon it. Once you do that, that's your permission to keep going. Having your processes and systems in place is literally the difference between failing and scaling in your business. All right. So when you set up these operational systems, then you're going to be able to meet your growing demand again while maintaining quality service for your clients. So if you missed this article, please make sure that you go over and on LinkedIn and look at the full article to learn the actionable steps and strategies that you can take. Of course, I didn't have the special spotlight in there because that was earlier in the month and we didn't know what we didn't know then, but we know what we know now. So congratulations and kudos to Rihanna and Glorilla for all that is getting ready to come in this business because of having great operations management in place. All right. So we're kind of at halftime. Drop halftime in the chat. If you're still with me, drop halftime. And we still have two more successful Black CEOs to celebrate. But I just wanted to take a moment to share why I chose these women to celebrate, why I often choose multimillionaires and well-known celebrities in business to highlight in my weekly blogs and in my case studies, in addition to my clients, but why I pick them so often. And there's three reasons why. Okay, you ready? One, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Period, point blank. I can see that someone is doing it, then I know that I can do it. I know that if Oprah Winfrey, who started out with um, poor a poor start in life. She didn't have everything that she would have wanted. We all know she went through some things, and she was able to go to college, start out as a business entrepreneur, start out as a business person in corporate America, and then shift gears and become Oprah Winfrey that we know now, that household name. Then I could do it. If a little girl from Barbados could not only sing her butt off, but build a beauty brand where now everybody understands that you need to have 40 different shades. It's not three shades. It's 40 shades. You need to be able to meet the needs of all of the different diverse races, colors, and meet the so many business brands, all of those who have been around for years are now following her example and adding more colors. Okay. So if they could do it, I can do it. Okay. And then secondly, it's been said, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you'll still be among the stars. Literally, literally. Just shoot, write it down, write the vision, make it plain, keep walking in your path. Real talk. You're still up in the sky. You're still doing what you do. All right. And then third, again, I'm not somebody who's often starstruck. I see celebrities as everyday people. They started out, nobody knew their names. But over time, because of the work that they put in, we now know their names. We now celebrate them. And just know that your name can become well known and you could be celebrated if you dare to dream, have faith, and continue to take action. Okay. So I've always said, if you've been with me, you know I've always said one day I'm gonna be one of Oprah's favorite things. I don't even know how she gonna create it, but the way she been doing things with favorite things is no longer just about books and cars. I'm gonna be one of her favorite things, and my business is going to be positioned and created in such a way that it has a foundation to support the demand that is going to come once I'm on that list. Okay. So drop a I'm a star in the chat if you too are ready to become a household name, if you too are ready to have an impact on your ideal clients and be able to deliver in such a way that you're changing lives for the better. All right. I promised I wasn't gonna keep y'all long because I know some of y'all on a lunch break. And if you like me, it's Friday and you got some things you want to do. So let's go right into um, pillar number 3, data management. Okay. And if you want to make informed decisions that lead to growth, data is your best friend. Drop best friend in the chat. Because y'all know that delegate and automate are my biz besties, but data has become one of my biz besties as well, especially over the last 6 months. Kimberly Bryant, who is the founder of Black Girls Code, and for those of you who are like me, you geeky, systems, science, math, all of those things, okay, this is your girl. This is your girl right here, Kimberly Bryant. She is the founder of Black Girls Code, and she used data to drive decisions and fuel her organization's growth. She knew how to look at her metrics. She knew which metrics were important, and she used that information to determine how to shift and pivot her plan as she went along. She focused on tracking feedback, hearing what people had to say. That's where you got to put your big girl panties on, because it's not always going to be good. Some constructive criticism in there, but it will help you in the long run. She also measured her success And she uses that data again to pivot her strategy and determine how she should sometimes switch things up. This kind of analysis is essential when you're growing and scaling your business because it allows you to pinpoint what's working and what's not. It's just that plain and simple, what works and what doesn't work. Okay. And whether you need to take that thing that's not working and reconfigure it, or you need to take that thing that's not working and throw it out the door. If you don't have the right data, if you don't understand what's going on, then you're not going to know whether or not it just needs some tweaks or needs to be thrown out the door. You don't want to throw out something that you could make a couple tweaks on and it will become a great success. All right. Um, and so before I share those actionable strategies with you, I want to share again how this works in business. So as many of you know, I was having an event last November, back in a weekend, and it was going to be a live event. I was going to have it at a location. People were going to travel in, but little did I kind of like at the time that I was planning it, the dates were about a week after the election. Okay. And so we're right between the election and Thanksgiving. And so I noticed that people were I noticed that tickets weren't selling. Let me back up. I noticed tickets weren't selling. And so I had to figure out what was going on. So this is where your analytics come in. I was able to go into my CRM. Remember, we talked about a CRM a moment ago. I was able to go in and I was able to see people were clicking on the registration page, but people were not buying the tickets. And so I was able to look at that group of people and make some phone calls, do some market research. Sometimes you got to hit pause. Remember that be gracious, hit pause and go and figure out what's going on. But if I didn't have my analysis set up, my data set up so that I could see it, I would have just thought, oh, well, people don't want they don't want this. It's not, maybe this isn't a good idea. But what I was able to learn is that travel was not feasible for many people during that time frame. A lot of people were getting ready for the holidays, getting ready for trips that they were going to be going on for the holidays. And so they couldn't do two trips back to back. People weren't going to be able to get the daycare that they needed for their kids to be able to take the trip. So I was able then to pivot and make the event go from being a live event to a virtual event where people didn't need to leave their homes. And I was able to then resume selling tickets. Tickets started selling. Again, had I not had the data, known how to read it and what it meant, I would not have been able to make that pivot and still have a successful event. That plain and simple. So, how can you make this work for you in your business? First, you need to figure out what are your key performance indicators or KPIs. What are the things that you should be looking at to know whether or not you're succeeding? Period, point blank. That's all that means. A lot of those are ratios that you're going to be able. That's that back when you was in school and they was talking about ratios and you was like, I don't understand how I'm going to use this every day in life. Well, as a CEO, you need those ratios. They teach you stuff. They show you what's working and what's not working in your business. Client retention, project completion rates, email openings, all of those things are different KPIs. Okay, so I want you to be able to track those. And if you are like, I don't even know where to start, the easiest way is to take a screenshot. Go into your social media, take a screenshot of how many followers that you have. Go into your email list, take a screenshot of how many people are on your email list. Then a month from now, after you've been putting things in place, go back and screenshot those same screens and look at how it's changed. Depending on the platform that you're in, LinkedIn, it provides a lot. I love LinkedIn. I'm over there playing like it's like the sandbox at the beach right now. It provides a lot of information that shows me how my business is growing. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are tracking your key performance indicators. And again, you need a tool like a CRM or even a spreadsheet to be able to monitor what's going on so that you can see how it changes over time. You create a simple spreadsheet where you put the information in. And then you need to analyze your customers' feedback regularly. Don't wait until the end when you're done working with the client. That's a testimonial. Feedback is where you're asking along the way. Think about your major corporations, because remember, treat small business like a big business. Big businesses want to be bigger businesses. You're asking along the way, how was this for you? How was that for you? Get the feedback as you go along so that you can understand what is going on and be able to regularly refine your offerings as needed. Okay, so those are the 3 actionable strategies. I want you to track your KPIs. I want you to implement a tool like a CRM or even a spreadsheet so that you can monitor how they're moving. And then I want you to analyze your customer feedback, which means you got to get it first and then be able to analyze it. But by setting up a data-driven strategy, you're going to be able to optimize your business and make smarter decisions as you grow. Drop smarter decisions in the chat. So kudos and congratulations to Kimberly Bryant for demonstrating how good data management is key to sustaining and scaling in business. All right, last but not least, let's talk about people management. And you cannot talk about this without mentioning Janice Bryant Howroyd. Janice built the Act One Group, which is one of the largest minority-owned staffing firms, minority woman-owned staffing firms. She started with a $900 loan and built a team of thousands and turned it into a $1 billion business through leadership and empathy. Being a good businesswoman is not just about the hard skills. It's also the soft skills, leadership and empathy. Empathy just means showing somebody that you care, caring about something other than yourself and a dollar bill. Miss Janice knew that business growth happens when your team is aligned and motivated. It's about creating a culture where your employees feel supported and empowered. That's exactly what I help my clients to do, is to build and create a team so that they are in alignment with and working toward your vision. They believe in what it is that you have for the goals that you have for your business. They believe in it and want it for you. So they move forward in that desire to help you. Again, drop the word optimize in the chat. I know we used that word earlier, but it's big. It's big. Okay. Before I give you these actionable steps, I'm gonna give you another the application of how this worked. I had this again, I don't want to share anybody else's business, so I'll share my team's business. So I had a team member and she's phenomenal. More I gave her, the better she did. She was, as I say, a thinker, not a doer. Doers are people that you have to say, do this, then do this, then do this, do this. If you don't tell them to do it, they won't do it. A thinker is someone who does what you tell them to do and they take initiative and they offer, they bring suggestions to the table, they take initiative and they do things and they say, how do you feel about this? Or they say, do you like this or this? Okay, so she was a thinker and she is a thinker. My fault, she is a thinker. But I noticed that things started slipping through the cracks. She was not showing up for meetings on time. Some of the tasks that she normally would be doing for clients were a little bit late to me, not to the client, but to me. And I just didn't know what was going on. But I have always treated my team as if they are family. Probably some people think I do too much, but I like it and it works for us. Everybody got to do what they please. But during our weekly meeting, I said, I'm not recording this. We're not going to talk about what you did. We're not going to talk about what you need to do. I want to know what's going on with you. because I care. Something is going on with you and you're off. I noticed it and I want to know, is there something that I can do to help you? And she started telling me about something that was going on in her personal life, which made so much sense as to why these things were happening. And so, as the CEO, I was able to first say, I am so sorry that you're going through that. I was able to have a conversation with her and be able to let her know that I cared about her and her well being. I was then able to take those tasks, some of those tasks, and assign them to other people on the team so that it would give her the time that she needed to take to be able to handle the situation that was going on. Can I say that with that time, she not only handled that situation, she not only came back to work with me, but she's more devoted because I cared about her and what was going on. She pushes other, not only herself, but other people on the team to get closer to the goals that we have for this business. Again, it's something as simple as showing people that you care. So if you're ready for those three actionable steps, three actionable tips that you're going to be able to put in your business to help you to enhance or grow your people management so you can optimize your team. First, you want to build a clear onboarding system. How are you getting your teammates in the door? You know that you need one for your clients, but it's just as important to have one for your team. They need to be able to get in a position and know what it is that they're supposed to be doing so they can get to work. How clear is that system? You also need to have professional development and maybe even a mentorship program, whether it's something that you do or you bring someone in or you offer resources, but you need to make sure that they're able to grow in the skill set that it is that you have them in place for. Okay, so you want to make sure that you continue to grow their professional um, skills. And it doesn't hurt to have personal development because you know that I've always said, and you can drop it in the chat because you know what I'm getting ready to say. Your business will never grow bigger than who you are as a person. Your team's abilities will never grow bigger than what they are, than who they are as a person. So having personal and professional development in place for them is key to optimizing your team's performance. And last, you want to make sure you foster open communication. You want to make sure everybody feels heard and valued. You want to make sure that you know them well enough that even if their performance, if it isn't as short or you're not seeing the things as big, you still know that something is going on so that you can tap in and say, how are you today? By fostering a supportive and collaborative environment, you're going to increase your team's productivity and morale, which directly impacts your business's growth. So kudos and congratulations to Ms. Janice Bryant Howroy for demonstrating how good people management is key to sustaining and scaling in business. And if you missed this article and you want to learn more, then go over on LinkedIn and check out the full article. So there you have it. 4 pillars of business growth that have helped some of the most successful Black women CEOs scale their businesses to new heights. Project management, operations management, data management, and people management. These are all essential to building a thriving business. And now I want to help you implement these same strategies in your business. So if you're ready to optimize your operations for growth, I got a special gift for you. Drop gift in the chat. All right. So the special gift that I have for you is, in addition to the Black History Month business series, this month I also did what was called the 25 for 25 series. For each one of the 4 pillars, I listed 25 indicators that you may not have good business operations in place, that you may be lacking in some of these areas. Okay. So this series is free. I'm going to drop the link in the chat so that you can go and sign up, and you'll be able to get, at this point in time, it's been completely rolled out. You're going to get the indicators for project management that show you how you need to make some changes and how you're moving with your projects, how you're moving to lay out your plans to be able to achieve your goals so that you can be more like Oprah. Okay. Then the second week we covered, and I don't know if we covered them in the same order. I think we did though. Operations management. How are you going to change how you do things day to day in your business so that your business runs smoother, so that you can step into that visionary CEO that is within you, so that you're ready and available when new opportunities and new income streams become available? Okay. And then third, what are the key indicators? What are the key performance indicators that you need to be paying attention to? How do you know whether or not you are looking at the right things? What would tell you that you're not looking at the right things? What are those things that you could improve upon? So all four lists are written in a way so that you're going to see what you're not doing. So then you're able to do the opposite. You're able to put some strategies in place to switch those things up. And last but not least, what may be going on your team that shows you that you're not optimizing your team and having good people management. Okay. So if you check the link, and I'm just checking my notes here, check the link in the chat, click the link in the chat. You're going to be able to get that series. Again, it's completely free. All you have to do is just go and get it. You can get it on your mobile, you can get it on your desktop. Either way, you'll be able to get it. And while you're there, make sure that you also can get these articles. I'm sorry. You also can get these full articles. Not only are they on LinkedIn, because I told you I've been playing on LinkedIn for real, but they're also on the blog on my website at www.getthebusinessassistancegroup.com. Don't judge me. I know we're going to work on that one day, but done is better than perfect. I know it's long, but again, I'll drop it in the chat. If you go to my blog on my website, you'll be able to see these same articles, as well as please take a minute to subscribe to my blog, because every week there's something new that's coming out hot off the presses that will help you scale your business with confidence. And last but not least, if you got something out of this, you really enjoyed it, share it with a friend. And we all know there's some things going on the social media, specifically on Facebook, where they're not going to keep videos for more than 30 days. But I, again, am playing very heavily, not only on LinkedIn, but on YouTube. So subscribe to my YouTube page so that you also will know when something great is coming out. And I want to thank you all so much for coming to my Black History Month party today. So let's connect on LinkedIn, and then we can dive deeper into how I can support your business's growth. So it's mimosa time somewhere in the world. Here's to scaling with confidence in 2025 and beyond. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a fabulous Friday, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.